Today we're going to talk about uneven lies on the golf course. Such a scenario is very common when you play the game of golf. My name is Justin Tang. I'm the golfing professional at Tanah Merah Country Club. Here we have a side hill lie with the ball above our feet. I'm going to give you a few quick pointers to ensure that you hit this correctly when you're faced with this on the golf course. The first thing we want to understand is how to aim ourselves so that the shot goes exactly where we aim. To understand this, one needs to understand that there's a difference between aiming the leading edge and the loft of the club head. Let me illustrate with a magnetic pointer. As you can see, while my leading edge is aimed in this direction, the loft is actually aimed left of my intended target line. This tells us that for side hill lies with the ball above our feet, we need to make a minor adjustment for opening the face so that the loft actually points at our intended target. The second adjustment that we need to make is for the ball to be slightly back in our stance. This will help us ensure ball first contact. The third adjustment that we need to make for such lies would be to grip down slightly on the club.
Okay, go.
As a general rule of thumb, the more lofted the club is, the more the loft and the leading edge will deviate. On the left, you see my 4-iron. The leading edge and the loft are pointing more or less in the same direction. After making all the adjustments we spoke about earlier, let's get into making the actual swing. As a general rule of thumb, shots with the ball above our feet requires a slightly flatter swing. Same thing, we also want to make a slight sound in front of the ball just to check that we've got the correct ball position and the correct distance from the ball. I would like to remind you of one last thing. Try not to hit the ball too hard when playing from uneven lies. You're already in trouble, so do not follow a bad shot with a silly shot.
Okay, go.
Here we have a side hill lie with the ball below our feet. Some adjustments again need to be made, which are very different from the adjustments that we made with the ball above our feet. The first adjustment we want to make is to learn to aim the loft instead of the leading edge. So with this magnetic pointer, you can see that I've made the necessary adjustment, which namely is to tilt my hands down so that the loft actually points at my intended target. Now the second adjustment you want to make is for the ball position to be placed slightly to the right of your stance. The last adjustment we want to make here is to have a very, very solid stance with a lot of flexion in the hips so that we don't rise through the ball. So when the ball was above our feet, we had to grip down on the club to accommodate the ball position being closer to our body. Here, the ball position is actually further away from us, which necessitates the increased knee and hip bend that we have. We also want to grip the club right to the end and then make a more upright swing, which will help us make ball first contact. And as you can see, as I test my lie, my club is bottoming out just in front of the ball, ensuring ball first contact.